Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your boy C Will back to you with another video. Man, I'm super excited today because we have C Will's Tech Tuesdays. Yes, every Tuesday we will be providing quick, concise gaming tech news. Yep, we're gonna make it happen every Tuesday, so I'm definitely committed to that. But hey, before we get into this video, man, if this is your first time here, welcome. Here we do everything tech, all things tech, whatever it is, we like to do it. And man, if you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you the most because you keep everything going. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So as you can see, man, I got a little new setup. Let me know how you like it down in the comments. Got some multiple camera angles going on here. We got the webcam here. We got the nice, clean, good setup. You can see a little bit of my station here. We got the camera sitting up here. That's the Canon 80D. Definitely looking to get some 4K action going on and stuff like that. But so first things up, one is definitely I don't know if y'all seen this, but the Star Wars Jedi Fallen, man, let me tell you something. The reaction requirement. So let's just go over this. As you can see right here, so it says the initial recommended spec required is 32 gigabytes worth of RAM. Oh my gosh, man, let me tell you something. I have 32 gigabytes worth of memory in my system, but I never seen a game that required 32 gigabytes worth of RAM recommended. So mostly the most, you may see games that use up maybe about 8 gigabytes or something like that, but never seen 32. They got an update. So it says EA has sent out a notification that the 32 gigabyte with the RAM recommendation has been reduced to 16 gigabytes and is now indicated as such on the origin page. Now, when I read this article earlier, they were definitely sticking to the 32 gigabytes. I'm thinking that this may be either a poor port, PC port, or they got some crazy optimizations that they haven't done on the actual game itself. So I would definitely be super interested to see, does this actually still live up to the 32 gigabyte recommendation, because now they're changing it to 16, which if you building a system or you're buying a system, 16 is kind of like that sweet spot, where typically if you was playing a game, it uses anywhere between 4 to 8 gigabytes worth of RAM. But I'm, in my mind, I just got a hunch that you still may need 32 gigabytes because you're going to be running other stuff that's on your system. You may be, doing OBS, so you may be streaming and you may have some tabs open, some other stuff playing in the background, along with running the game. So really, I do see there could be a point in time where 16 gigabytes of system memory is just not going to be enough. So keep that in mind. But it does say that the minimum requirements, of course, is starts off with Windows 7 64-bit, process AMD FX 6100 or Intel i3 3220 or equivalent, memory 8 gigabytes worth of memory, graphics card Radeon HD 7750 or NVIDIA GTX 650. I don't know who still has those particular cards. Video or DirectX 11 compatible video card or equivalent, hard drive space of 55 gigabytes. I'm telling you, you're gonna need some 4, 5, 6 terabyte hard drives pretty soon. And then it says the James Earl Jones recommended. I don't know where I got that from. All right, so operating system 64-bit 7, 8. Okay, none of that's changed. Recommended AMD Ryzen 7 1700, pretty good. Intel i7 6700K or equivalent, 32 gigabytes worth of memory. You need either a Vega 56 or a GTX 1070. So DirectX 11 hard drive space. So that's the same. So they're changing it to 16 gigabytes, but this article originally read 32 gigabytes. That's insane. So I don't know. So we're definitely going to find out. Jedi Fallen actually comes out on my birthday, November 15th. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Oh, which reminds me, hey, if you want to support the channel or if you definitely would like to support me, don't forget to hit the links down in the description below. Also, if you want to see more of this tech content, again, we're going to be doing this every Tuesday night. And so if you want to see more information like this, more tech stuff like this, definitely make sure that you hit subscribe, hit the bell so you can receive all of my notifications. Hit like, share this all across social media, and share with your friends to get it across, because we still have a giveaway that's also going on right now. So once we hit 2,000 subscribers on the channel, I will be giving away some items. So it's going to be a triple giveaway. So definitely, you just got to be, a subscriber and be following me on either Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. So that's at Will Creators on all three of those. And I'll be interacting, building up the community. So hey, I appreciate you. All right, so the next thing that's on the list is definitely, man, I have a buddy. He's been playing Red Dead Redemption on PS4 all this time, and I kept telling myself, I was like, because I used to play on PS4, and I still think, I may get another system just to provide some more content to the channel and also do some benchmarks and stuff like that. But I got a buddy that's played this, and I watched all his stuff, and I was like, man, that's pretty dope. I wish they would bring that to PCs. So what we've done so far, man, they are bringing Red Dead Redemption 2. It's coming to the PC, baby. Oh man, I'm super excited about this. So this is actually coming out on November the 5th. And then we have Star Wars, that's actually going to be coming out on November the 15th, which is my birthday. So man, my birthday month's coming up next month. We got a bunch of games that's coming out. And speaking of games, we have another game, Doom Eternal. It's delayed to March 2020. Now, at first I was a little bit upset about this because this game was actually coming out in November, birthday month, but they're saying that they want to be able to actually get the game right, and I would rather the developer take their time, because we had a bunch of games that recently came out that are like half-assed and they're not done. So I would rather the game to be done, get it done right, because I am crazy waiting for this game, because Doom, it's a classic, it's a classic. So I'm definitely waiting on Doom to come out. It's going to be March 2020. It's just a few more months down the road. 5 more months down the road, but it's going to be coming out, so we're just going to wait that out. It's definitely going to be available on Google Stadia, PlayStation 4, Windows PC, Xbox, so on and so forth, and the Switch, believe it or not. So man, just keep hanging on to that. I do know, because they're talking about when they originally announced this was back in 2018's E3. But let me tell you something, I will be going to E3, keep that in mind too. All right, so next thing that's on the list, we got processors. Now, I'm not going to dive too deep into this, because for one, when they're talking about these processors here, the Intel processors that they talked about, the Cascade Lake X, these are your HEDT platforms, which is your high-end desktop platforms. And to be honest with you, most people like us do not have these type of processors. And so what they're showing with the chart down here is that the original Core i9, 9980XE, 9960X, so on and so forth, all the way down to the 9900X, which was a 10 core 20 thread. You see what that original price was? Now, let me tell you something. $989. That's what people were paying for the 10 core. And now they are cutting the prices and bringing out the new i9 10900XE, starting off with the 10 core 20 thread for $590. Now I can tell you, it's probably about almost $100 short of what I paid for my 9900K, which is an 8 core 16 thread. And I really didn't plan on going past that mark, but I do know I've been paying attention to what AMD has. Matter of fact, next month, AMD is supposed to be announcing, or not announcing, they actually are supposed to be bringing to the market the 3950X, which is a 16 core, 32 thread part. Now, processor, and I don't know, even on here, with the new 10 series, it doesn't have a 16 core part. Matter of fact, it skips over 16. So it goes from 10 core, 12 core, 14 core, up to 18. And these, now I know, most people, because you have to have the X299X or X299 motherboard, which is totally different. It's the high-end stuff, more PCIe lanes, more RAM, and all that good stuff, and which I've been thinking about making an upgrade, and I'll talk a little bit the reason why I've been thinking about, because I just built this system not too long ago, but I've been thinking about upgrading to a more high core count processor, another motherboard to be able to support it. And I'll tell you at the end of this video what I'm thinking about doing. But Intel they're cutting prices, and it's only good for the consumer right now, but you also have to, it's not cheap. So it's not accessible to everybody, especially, you know, if you're trying to do a build that's like 1,500, 2,000, you're probably not going, you know, well, with the new price cuts and stuff, you probably can, but you'll be cutting some marks, because that you're going to need for a new motherboard like this, for the X299 and X299X. It's going to support up to 256 gigabytes worth of RAM, which is a lot. So unless you're doing some extreme, you know, 4K, 6K, 8K video editing, or in my particular situation, not only am I going to be doing 4K editing, I am actually going to be streaming, recording, and gaming all on one PC. Yep, because I don't have the Alienware anymore. I actually sold that to someone who really needed a gaming system, and also at the same time I wanted to upgrade to the 2080 Ti. Speaking of 2080 Ti, I do have the Gigabyte Aorus Extreme. Man, it's a beast of a card. If you haven't seen that video yet, definitely check out the card that's going to be popping up somewhere around here. You should see that in the corner of the screen. But definitely, man, it's a beast of a card, but check that out. But when I sold the Alienware, I bought that card along with some other stuff, and so definitely I'm just expanding my horizon. Definitely planning on getting I am actually going to build another PC, so I'll talk a little bit about what I plan on doing with that, and going to be using that for streaming and editing and stuff like that. So, but in the meantime, before I build another PC, I think I will be changing out some stuff on my current PC, so we'll talk about a little bit of that in a second. So another announcement that was made, oh, let me just go back here. Yeah, if you're looking to buy a processor, a motherboard right now, and you're trying to build, I will wait until the new processors are being released. You got the 10 series for the HDDT for Intel that's coming up, and everything is being released next month, November, birthday month. And then you also have some Threadripper CPUs that's going to be released next month, along with the new 16 core 32 thread 3950X Ryzen 9 from AMD that's going to be released next month. So I would definitely wait, see the reviews, see the benchmarks and stuff that's going to be happening with that before you buy. So going into that, if you are a budget builder right now and you looking for entry level, trying to get into gaming, man, you got the AMD Radeon RX 5500 that was just announced. And with the 5500 and the 5500 XT, you're definitely going to be looking into super budget entry into gaming. And it talks about here, I'm not going to dive too deep into this because they're going to have some different variants. They're going to have the 4 gigabyte models. They're also going to have an 8 gigabyte model, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I did read about an 8 gigabyte model, but we'll definitely see. But they got the 4 gigabyte models. And I'm just going to kind of scroll down here to where it talks about 1080p gaming. So you got Ryzen 7. Oh, well, that's for mobile. 1080p gaming here. Here we go. Radeon 7 3800X, 16 gigabytes, DDR4 3200 memory. So you got Fortnite, 90 frames per second for the 4 gigabyte model. Apex Legends Ultra high settings 93, PUBG high settings 99 frames per second, World of Warcraft 115, Overwatch 135 frames per second, Rainbow Six Siege 173 frames per second. So bottom line is, I'm hoping that they're going to be making these GPUs around $150, $170 mark. So the last thing I want to talk about here is definitely my setup, and also about what I plan on doing. So currently right now I have the i9 9900K, and with that it's an 8-core 16 thread chip. But I found out that currently right now I could stream at 720p. I could record and stream and play games all at the same time on a 1440p monitor, with streaming and recording at 720p. But it's taxing. even with the 9900K overclock to 5 gigahertz. So what I plan on doing is actually getting either a 3900X or getting the actual Ryzen 9 AMD Ryzen 9 3950X after I see what the performance differences and stuff like that when they come out. And the reason being is because I want to use X264 recording. I want to use X264 encoding. And with recording and encoding, I need the extra cores in order to be able to do that efficiently. And plus, with playing at 1440p, it uses pretty much like 98-99% of the GPU. And when you have OBS running and all this other different type of stuff going on, the cheap way for me is to be able to game stream and record all on one PC. And so I want to be able to do that, but I need to upgrade some hardware, because if I get to build another system right now, it's definitely going to cost me more than 800 bucks, which is pretty much 800. I could buy a 3900X and the actual motherboard pretty much for $800. So that's what I plan on doing. So I may sell my 9900K and the actual Gigabyte Aorus Ultra motherboard. Not sure on that, or I may, depends on what happens. If I get a little bit of support, then I definitely keep that for the next build, and I use that strictly for doing all of the encoding and streaming and stuff like that, and keeping everything else for gameplay. So let me know what you think down in the comments. This is your boy C Will with Tech Tuesdays. We're going to be doing this every week. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see you in the next video.